Hey guys, what's going on? And as always, my name is Mr. Shank, and today we're going to do a review of the kit-smok Procolor regulated mod. Even lights up. What? Oh yeah, that's tasty. So, with that said, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so what we got here is we've got the kit-smok Procolor, and it's a regulated mod. So it's got all the safety features and everything like that. So no. Now on top of this, I'm running a Captain 3, and the coil that I'm running in here is called a septuple. But in the top, if you were to look in through there, I don't know if you guys can see in there. I don't think you can. So anyway, the front display screen right there, you can see that I'm running the tank at like 100. It's good for like 110, but typically, you know, if you can run them like 10 watts lower, it'll end up saving the coil. Alright guys, so now we can see a much better picture of this display screen right here. So now right here shows kit-smok, and obviously that's the brand that this is kit-smok Procolor 225 watt. Up here, right on the right hand side, you're going to see that it has the two battery indicators. Now I like this version because instead of just getting the vapes that have the one solid bar and then you're trying to figure out, is both batteries working, you know, is one being drawn more than the other, this one here, out of the 3 months that I've owned this, it's actually been one of the most wonderful kind of displays for the battery that I know of from the different types of mods that I've had. I've had bad batteries and good batteries, and it actually, whoops, I just locked it. That was dumb. It actually will indicate one battery being used more than the other. Now, the two batteries that I have in here as of right now work. They're perfect. They both draw at the same. But it's just kind of cool the way this mod is set up, so it will show you if one of your batteries is kind of shit. Now this is your puff timer right over here. It says 0.1 seconds. Now that's your puff timer. That tells you how long you've drawn every time you've taken, every time you draw off it. Just making that puff counter go up. So 100 watts for a 110 is perfect for me. Down here, right here, you have your resistance value. As you guys can see right here, that's your resistance value. Now it's reading 0.188. Over on this side, you actually have your working voltage. Whoops, turned off again. Working voltage. Now, as far as I know, you have to be actually pushing your fire button for that to actually indicate anything. That's the current going up through the coil. Now down here you have your vape data, and this is basically just your puff counter. Now as you can see, mine is set for 99, and that's when it's going to recycle and go back to 0. Now at the bottom you got your recharging port. Now I have been told time and time again to, if you're going to recharge your batteries, do not, or at least try, only use it if it's in like an emergency. But other than that, don't try to recharge your batteries using this port. It's like in case of an emergency, because it will heat up the mod pretty good. And it's and it's not just this mod; it's a lot of mods. And I've always been told, buy yourself like a battery charger deck and pop your batteries in there to recharge your batteries. It's just a much better way than trying to plug it in. It's not a cell phone, so this port shouldn't really be used to do that kind of stuff. Down here is the flap where your batteries are going to go, just like this. Boom. Okay, I'm going to take these batteries right out of here, out of there. Now, if you can see down in there, you have a minus and a plus. Now that's going to tell you how to put your batteries in. Now, on the minus side, this is your positive and negative side of your battery. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to slide negative side down. I'm going to take the positive half of my battery right there where you can see the positive, half of my battery. You can see the positive sign. So you're going to take the positive side of your battery, slide it right in, just like that. Push down and slide back. And now, once you press the fire button 5 times, then it will start activating. See that? Ain't that cool? I love that color. Okay. You're going to take your fire button and you're going to click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, this is being set over into another series of options right here. All right, so as you guys can see right up here, you're going to have your mode settings. Now, I have mine set to watts. You also have temperature, and it gives you a little display of the coil. Now, for some reason, watts coil looks like it's kind of thinner, where, you know, you get into temp, it looks like a much heavier duty kind of coil. And now, I'm not familiar with NI or SS or... I believe this is manual settings or memory maybe. I'm not very familiar with those things. Basically, watts is what I know. As you can see, the green light indicates that that's where you're at, is now your wattage. And you can set that right here as well. It seems kind of unnecessary considering that, you know, once you go back, you can just set it on your main display, you know, your main option screen. So now you have the preheat, you know, like this right here. I mean, basically that other option was kind of pointless, especially if you get back to this screen. So let's click it 3 times. Okay, so now if you want to switch from mode settings to wattage, just simply hold it. And as you just saw there, it's set to wattage. Hold it again. And now you're going to set to preheat. Now, preheat, I've got mine set to normal. That's what N indicates. Then you have high or hard. Now, that's going to really heat that coil up pretty quick. And you also have soft. This one here is just, I don't know. Some people say that you don't really see much of a difference. It's slight. It's very minute. Moving on, if you click it again, now you're going to be here. Now this is your puff settings. Now right here, once you hit 999 puffs, it's going to go right back into 0, right? As you guys can see right down here. See how it says 999? Well, once I hit that, now this is how many puffs I have, 627. Once it hits 999, it's going to revert back to 0. So that's all that does. Okay. All right, and then it gives you kind of cool little things. Now, pipe thing. I'm kind of wondering what that's all about, but you know. So anyway, you can see puff clear. It's set to no, or you can put it to yes, and it will just clear all your puffs back to 0. I'm just going to kind of leave mine as no. I think it's kind of cool to see them, you know, count it out. All right, so moving on. Now we get into the screen settings. Now I've got mine set for green. You can set it for blue. You can do pink. All, you know, you can see the colors right here. There's no sense explaining them to you. Now this is a 6-color available screen display, and also it gives you the screen timeout. Now, if I was to go and say hold this here, instead of having it time out in 15 seconds, you know, I can go all the way up to 240 seconds if I want. So I'm going to set it for 30 seconds. That way it just kind of leaves the screen on instead of it constantly going out. So then you have the automatic lock, which is, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want all the buttons to lock and all that good stuff, I mean, you can set it. Now, with that screen color, you know, like we saw there, the screen color display, now as you can see, it's blue. This is one of the coolest features, is 12 color available for your your LED backlights. Now, you can do all kinds of pretty cool things. Now I have mine set on like a rainbow, but you can do like red, you can do pink, all these colors, right? And you have 12 of them that you can use. Plus you have, you know, like right here, you can see you have blue, green, and red. Okay, right there. And then you have a rainbow color effect. And what that does is for the shield, the border of this display screen will actually change colors. Now, if you hold it just like this, okay, it says light style. Now, I got flash, I've got fade. Let me get it closer. I've got, well, flash and fade. Just like that there. So now if you click it and hold it again, you'll have light up. Now, it says vaping on. So you have to actually press the vape button for this to activate. And we'll show you that in a second. But right here, this is always. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, if you were like, you know, in a dark room and you blew a little vape on this, it'd be cool. Okay, so the next feature is how you turn it off and on. Everybody who is not familiar with this is going to get frustrated as hell because without knowing this, you always think that you have to hold the button, or if you didn't know that this was a feature where you had to be here to turn the machine off and on, it's just going to frustrate you to no end. And to me, that's really you know, the way this is set up to turn the machine off and on is just frustrating as hell. So anyway, X means you don't want to do it. You're not going to turn the machine off. Obviously, the plus means you're gonna. And hold the button and it turns it off. You know, yet again, if you didn't know that part of the feature and you are just trying to get familiar with this kit-smok, it's so frustrating because it shouldn't even be like that, because unless you like spent the time, because most people won't read through the manual, and I mean, you're going to get frustrated as hell, and it's oh, son of a bitch. Oh. All right, so now we've taken a look at the vape. Let's see what you get inside this box. Now, the box, I mean, the design of it is actually pretty cool. And then just like that sleeve, and yeah, I mean, it's a pretty standard box. It's pretty nice though. You get the kit-smok and the logo. Now this is the stuff you're going to end up getting inside this regulated mod. You've got your instruction manual, tells you everything about it, different warnings, so on and so forth. Okay, then you get your little extra parts and pieces. Now, the thing that I forgot to say about this tank is not what came with this mod. It was a kit-smok Baby Beast tank that came with it, and I just didn't care for it at all. I mean, I just was not a big fan of it. But my Captain 3, beautiful. So anyway, when you get your regulated mod, you're going to end up having this little parts case. Now inside there you got another little silicone, I think that's what it is, silicone that the original tank had in it, along with some O-rings, and then you even get a spare coil, which I have like a septuple, but this thing is like ridiculous. I can't, great big friggin' sausage fingers, I can't even open the bag. It's another coil that you get. I think the original coil had just like one main coil in the center, where this has got like 4. And then let's see if we can take a look at this. Put down in the descriptions for a lot of you guys out there that vape, you know, what kind of tank do you think is like the must-have tank? So make sure you guys leave it in the description below. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to do it for me today. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you guys go down and hit that like button. It helps out a lot more than you could possibly understand. Also, I know that I haven't uploaded a video in quite some time, but due to just, you know, issues behind the scenes, I just haven't had the time to go up and upload any videos. So hopefully you guys are patient with me. I mean, right now we're at 207 subscribers. To me, that is absolutely fantastic. Now, also, if you guys would like to, make sure you guys subscribe. And I love to hear from you guys. So if you guys want to write down in the comments what you think about the video, just, you know, things that I should be doing for future uploads. Now, we're going to get into a lot more of a DIY kind of thing coming up. I'm going to be making a few things from scratch. A lot of the people that know me personally know that I make knives, I make all kinds of weapons, not only that, but do other kind of crafty kind of things, you know, that I really like to get into. So, you know, be prepared for those videos to start coming along. Now, we're in the winter time, and I cannot wait. I bought a bunch more different style cameras to go out and do stuff on my snowmobile. So, I can't wait to start making those. So, anyway, without rambling, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart to getting my channel up to 207 subscribers. That means the world to me. So, with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Alright? Bye.